Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your
We're back.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for joining us again on Significant Lovers.
This is a really fun episode. We're going back to the 2000s. But before we begin, I am Mel.
And I'm Kel.
We are two cousins. And
and we're so happy to be here.
We podcast about true love stories for anyone who feels like love comes easiest to anyone else. This is not our own word. Someone else came up with this. This is the podcast for you because it doesn't, even for the rich and famous, relationships are really hard.
They are. It's true. And even the one we're talking about today. These beautiful, gorgeous, young starlets from the early 2000s, even they had to deal with hardship and uncertainty. But yeah, this is our 70th episode.
Wow.
Oh my God. I know. Can't believe we're here.
Oh my gosh, it's flown by.
I feel like I don't know why, I've been waiting for the 70s. I knew we were going to make it, and I just felt like that was going to be when we were like really in the swing of things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow, we covered so many couples.
I know. I still remember all the episodes at this point.
Me too.
Someday we might start to forget.
No, the other day, though, I was like, I kind of want to cover... Don't be offended, but I was like, I kind of want to cover the Obamas. And then I was like, wait a minute.
What?
We've already done that.
Okay. At least you remembered right after.
No, I remembered right after. But hey, it's a compliment because that was such a good episode.
So, anyway, today's episode is something I'm really excited about, and I do think it's going to be a long one. So, Mel, if you have to go to the bathroom at some point or something, let me know. But
before we get into the episode, on the podcast, we've talked a lot about how mental health can affect relationships. And we recently learned of an organization that is doing a lot of important work to combat OCD in relationships.
Yeah, it's called NoCD. And, OCD is more than what you see on TV and in the movies. If you imagine having unwanted thoughts about your relationship stuck in your head all day, no matter how hard you try to make them go away, that's relationship OCD, which I feel like is a less known about type of OCD, but it comes with unrelenting, intrusive images, thoughts, and urges about your partner or loved one. And breaking the OCD cycle takes effective treatment. You can go to NoCD, so that's NoCD.com to get evidence-based treatment. And on NoCD, you can book a call with a face-to-face licensed therapist, and NoCD is sponsored by most insurance companies. So yeah, it's a really cool organization that I feel like is pretty relevant to our show. And anybody that's struggling with a breakup, if you know someone, a loved one that is maybe having issues with relationship OCD, then you should tell them about NoCD. Yeah, we're going back to the early 2000s to talk about Adam Brody and Rachel Bilson.
Oh, what a beautiful couple.
From the TV show The OC. And I wanted to set the stage for this time period. I mean, we've talked about it before, but I don't know. I just wanted to set the scene. And so I asked our patrons on Patreon, what's the first piece of pop culture you think of when you hear early 2000s? Because this is, where Adam and Rachel were living at the time where their story takes place. And I want to read some of them. And I feel like this is actually good ideas for our show, just to hear what people say. We got a lot of responses. Like, holy crap, I think this is the most I've ever seen from these questions we've done. But Zoe said Justin and Brittany's matching denim, full denim fits. Sarah said Perez Hilton. Sunny said the Toxic music video, Britney Spears. Carrie said Avril Lavigne. Layla said Britney Spears everything. Lo said Britney Spears. Claire said Britney Spears. Megan said I'm a slave for you, Britney Spears music video. Yeah, Britney Spears for sure.
Yeah.
is the early 2000s. Brittany, I think this is my friend from real life, Brittany said iPods and George W. Bush getting a shoe thrown at him. Jane said Brangelina. We've covered them. The Simple Life. Livestrong bracelets. Britney kissing Madonna. Yes. Muna had a really nice description. Said silver and white eyeliner with a lot of metallic trimming on clothes. Also neon see-through inflatables. True. Chairs, phones. I guess those are the see-through neon things. Also bedazzling all our iPods and phones. Jane also said the Delia's catalog. Yes. I loved the Delia's. I loved Delia's. Does that still exist?
No, I don't think so.
Sad. But then again, I stopped going, so yeah. I probably contributed to their demise. I'm sorry.
Maybe you stopped going because they disappeared.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe that's why. The Lindsay Lohan, Hilary Duff, Aaron Carter love triangle, suggested by Maureen, but she also said Frankie Muniz. The dump. I don't know if I can read all of these. Oh, wait, we're almost at the end. Maggie Licious said the dump him shirt, the party girl era, Brangelina, reality shows. Guys, I said one thing. Just kidding. Low-rise jeans, flats, any Britney VMA performance, side bangs in MySpace. The pic of Justin and Britney in all denim. Yes, Britney. Victoria said genie in a bottle.
Wow, a lot of responses.
And Yannick. I know. This was a lot. And Yannicka said for sure Britney Spears, but also speaking from a perspective from someone living in Germany, the musician Ben with his song Engel. I hope I'm saying that right. I still love it so much. I'll have to look that up. And all the weird shows on MTV like Next, Date My Mom, Exposed, I Love New York, The Simple Life. You name it, I watched it.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Do you remember being at Grandpa's house and watching MTV in the den?
Yeah, I think I do. I used to watch all those trashy shows like Next and
Parental Control.
Yeah. I was just talking about that the other day with my friend Sarah. Oh, man.
My Super Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Loved that. Sweet 16.
Wow. Cribs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We loved in the 2000s Hilary Duff and Avril Lavigne.
I know.
JoJo.
Nobody said the OC, so maybe I should just pack it up and...
I think of like early Degrassi.
Yeah, true.
So early 2000s.
Yeah. I know.
The next gen.
But yeah, researching this episode really brought me back. My friends and I watched the OC in high school. We were a little too young to watch this show because it was on in 2003. Mm-hmm. And I was in 3rd grade. But I watched it in high school on DVD box set. And I'm going to get into the facts and everything. But I just remembered, I just unlocked a memory. My friend Maddie and I, at lunch, because the cafeteria was so loud, everyone were talking, whatever, we didn't think anybody would hear us, so we would just, at the top of our lungs, belt the OC theme song, which is like, California, California, and then we would scream the, here we come, at the top of our lungs. And our other friends would get so embarrassed and be like, what are you doing? Stop it! We did it all the time.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
California.
So yeah, the OC, it only ran for 4 seasons. Most people agree that at least 1 or 2 of those seasons were not good at all, and even the creators of the show admit it.
Wow.
But it was still a hugely influential show. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of shows like that, like Freaks and Geeks and My So-Called Life, they don't run that long, but they still make a big splash in pop culture. And the OC, it was notable for a couple of reasons. First of all, that area, Orange County, was just called OC before. And then after the show, people started calling it the OC.
Oh.
Which is crazy. I know. It was the first show, maybe one, I don't know if it was the very first, but first show to really incorporate music, specifically music by lesser known bands and indie musicians. And it had the same, that, music supervisor we've talked about, Alex Patsavas, who did Grey's Anatomy, Gossip Girl, Twilight, and really made like a TV show a place to discover music, which was like such a thing, I think, in the 2000s and 2010s, and even still, I think.